What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. So I just washed the covers for my Lovesac couch, and I figure I would show you how you actually put the covers back on. Because believe it or not, whether you're getting these for the first time, which that might have been what drew you to this video, or you're just like me, you wash them, whenever you can, it's a task. It is definitely not the easiest. So I do have one set of each piece that I'm going to show you how to put on, just to avoid some timely mistakes like I did, so that your couch can go from, looking like this to this. But anyway, let's get started. So the first piece we are going to put the cover on is one of these back pieces. Whether you have this wider one, Lovesac does also make one that's a little bit taller and a little bit narrow. It's the same concept. And yes, my lovely assistant Tuxedo's over there, and he's whining because I'm not talking to him, but you'll be okay, buddy. So first thing we're gonna wanna do is, when you look at this piece, as you can see, there's a hole on one side. Make sure you match that. I know that might seem obvious, but if I had $1 for every time I put this on backwards, I'd be a little bit embarrassed. But okay, let's to start. So I know I'm gonna be sitting, I'm gonna be standing a lot, but we're gonna get weird with this thing. So we lined up the hole with this side. First thing you're gonna wanna do is, on one side, I just kind of put it on a little bit, just a little bit, and I lined it up. Because if you try to slide it all the way down, it's not gonna work, it's not gonna go on. So we do just a little bit on this side, try to line up the best we can. And then we're gonna go to the back, and we're gonna do the same exact thing. Just a little bit though, folks, not too much. And what you wanna do, so like I said, how patience comes into play with this. So what you wanna do is, you wanna line up these little, this area right here, almost with the green threading that's right here. And we're gonna pull it down just a little bit, maybe like an inch at a time. We're gonna do the same in the back, just to make sure that it stays aligned. Yes, I know this is weird, I'm kind of straddling this thing, but it works, trust me. Do that one just a little bit more. And we'll do this one just a little bit more. Like I said, this is very time consuming, I know, but trust me, it works. It'll save you plenty of time in the long run. And yes, this is a chore. That's why I highly recommend having 2 people or more if you can, because man, doing this by yourself is a pain, especially for a whole couch. Do just a little bit more, and we'll do just a little bit more until, so right here, there's this wooden part that sticks out just a little bit more. That's where I get to, and I'll just slightly put it over that on each side. So we're gonna do that same thing to this side, which once you get one side, it gets really tight, so to speak. So that's why we're gonna kind of turn it. Put a little bit of muscle in there, but not too much, because we don't want to rip it. All right. So now that we got both sides over that wooden kind of hump that's over this, what we're going to do next is, you're going to slide this down. And you want this aligned, because we want it to look good. We're going to do that to both sides. Like I said, yeah, this is a chore. You're going to break sweat doing this. All right, so now we have it nice and aligned. It looks good. Now we're gonna pull this over just a little bit more on each side. All right, now we can turn it this way. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna pull this as tight as you can, just all the way around. So hopefully you can see. I'll scoot this back a little bit. And then we're gonna pull the Velcro, attach it. Wish I had a fan. Get all sweaty. And we're only on the first one. We got more to go. And it's on. As you can see, ooh, excuse me, folks, the hole's aligned. It looks good, it is perfectly tight. And there's piece number 1. So next piece is going to be the pillow, which in some cases can be the easiest or the most difficult, because if you put this thing on wrong, it's gonna be all lumpy and it's gonna look like crap. So first recommendation, we want the tag portion along with the zipper side, because if not, it's going to be facing the other way, and like when you put it up, you're gonna feel it scratching. It's kind of annoying. I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, why don't you just cut it off? So I think I still have that PTSD from back in the day. Like, remember mattresses where it said like, don't cut the tag off or you'll go to prison? So funny thing, except for me, apparently, it says under penalty of law, this tag shall not be removed except by the consumer, which is me. I just haven't yet, just dating back to that. So first thing, like I said, bottom part, align with the tag. Because really what we're gonna do with this, I'm trying to figure out a good way to do this so that it kind of looks decent on camera, but I just kind of start with one side just to kind of get it matched up the best I can. And then we just, honestly, I just stuff the pillow in there. Just do it. Because like I said, if you don't do this just right, it's gonna look like crap. But actually, I think, oh, actually you might have done this actually pretty decently. I'm very impressed. Usually I gotta do this a couple of times, but considering I've owned this couch for 4 years, kind of learned the tricks of the trade. Remember to stuff the pillow in here because, hopefully I'm still recording, but because yeah, if you don't stuff like the pillow in here, the zipper is gonna get caught on it, and we don't want that. But overall, I just kind of fluff it up a little bit, and really it's as easy as that, and there's the pillow. So next piece is the bottom, like the seat cushion. For this one's going to take just a little bit more muscle just because of what this is made of. It's a little bit more difficult to squeeze into here. First step, of course, is we are going to unzip this. Train of thought or rule of thumb is same thing. Bottom of the tag, bottom of the cover. So pretty much what I do with this one is, like say, the floor is slippery, so this might be a little bit more of a pain, but same thing. I align this so that this is perfectly on there. And then we're going to take the other side and we're going to do the same thing. Because the better you align it, the better your couch is going to look. Because like I said, if not, it's going to look all lumpy. It's going to be all misaligned. It's going to look gross, and we don't want that. Especially for how much this couch costs, you want it to look good. And then this is where, you know, it gets kind of tricky because you're going to have to literally just, like I said, just kind of literally just fold this SOB in there. I'm sure there's an easier way to do it, but this is just how I've been doing it, and it works for me. But as you can see, we got in there, it doesn't look very good. So that's why we're just going to adjust it a little bit before we zip. So overall, turn each side, just adjust just slightly. Overall, much better. And we'll put it on its side here. Zip it up. One final check just to make sure it looks good. But overall, not too bad. So there you go. On to the next one. All right, so the final piece, you're fine, Tuxedo. So the final piece is the bottom piece. This is the overall, I guess, the foundation of the Lovesac couch. It literally sits on those wooden blocks that you have over there in the corner. But same with the first piece that I showed you. The key with this is patience and just slowly aligning everything. I had to zoom out a little bit just because this piece was so big, and when I filmed the other one earlier, just you couldn't really see anything, and I don't want to do y'all injustice. So first thing we're gonna do, start with the corner, and also make sure that, you know, long-wise, like, should seem pretty obvious, just make sure you do it. So like I said, just a little bit, and make sure that the stitching is aligned on both the base foundation piece and the cover. We're gonna do that to every corner, just a little bit. I'd say like put it on like just about a ½ inch. Like I said, I'm gonna be getting up and sitting down a lot. This one, we have number 3. Make sure all the Velcro's good. Now we're gonna get number, see, like I said, this one kind of went down just a little bit. So we're just gonna make sure that, yeah, just getting that final piece on there is like that final corner, that's always the hardest part. And what we're gonna do is just slowly slide each corner down. So we wanna make sure that's all nice and aligned, because or else it's gonna look like crap. could sit doing this. Let's do that. Which, I don't know if I've said this before, highly recommend sitting on something comfortable while doing this. This is my other part of my Lovesac couch, which is money. Also want to make sure the Velcro is actually out. Ooh, see you are so hairy, buddy. All right, but now that we got all four corners kind of on there, now we can start tucking in the Velcro and attaching it. Do the same. Just make sure it's a little wrinkly. I think because I put these in the washer and the dryer before I went out for Veterans Day lunch, and so some parts might got a little wrinkly, but that's okay. There's number 3, and we just got the last piece. And really, there we go. Overall, it looks good. It's attached. Everything looks great. And now I can show you the final piece of what it's, the fruits of our labor, what it looks like when all this comes together. So it's gonna go from this to this. And here we have it, folks. Here is the overall end result now that we got the covers on, we got it assembled. But believe it or not, this is not the entire couch. There's actually more off to the side, because normally I have this as a love seat, and I'll just face it this way towards the TV just so I can lay down and whatnot. But for the sakes of this video, I'm feeling a little frisky. I decided to change it up a little bit. So now I call this a throne, because man, just look at this thing. This is absolutely insane. My dog ends up laying on this more than I do, which the Lovesac is more his couch. He just allows me to sit on it, I guess. But so first thoughts, I'm a big dude, and look how much room is still left. So if you're a big dude like myself, this might be the couch for you. But that's the thing that I love about the Lovesac couch, is the fact that I can arrange it into almost any configuration that I want. You can easily take it apart, say that you're moving, or say that you're upsizing in house size and you want to add to your couch, you can do that. But opposite, say that you're downsizing, you can stow some pieces in the closet or in your bedroom, whatever you want to do, and it's fine. You don't have to worry about having to buy a whole new couch or anything like that. Or say that you want a whole different color couch. You can easily purchase different colors, materials, fabrics on Lovesac's website and change the color of your couch. So in the 4 years that I've owned this couch, I love this thing. Was it pricey? Yeah, it was. It was not cheap. I will lead with that one. I'll do a whole separate video on just kind of my overall thoughts on the couch, but I hope you found this video educational. I highly recommend you watch this before you start installing covers. It will save you so much time and so much pain. But yep, if you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up. If you are a fan of the content, me or little Tuxie Bear over there, feel free to hit the subscribe button as well, or don't. It does help us out a lot. But if you have any other questions as well, please feel free, drop them in the comments. I want to help y'all out as much as I possibly can, but I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.